My name is Sarah. I'm 20 years old, a student at the university, and I live in the city with my older sister, Lena. She has been more than just a sister to me. She's been like a mother. Our parents died in a car accident when I was only 10, and from that moment, Lena took on everything. She raised me with so much love and care. She is strong, wise, and always looking out for me. Lena works as a history professor at the university, admired by her students and respected by her colleagues. She is married to Dr. David, who also teaches at the same university. On the surface, he seems like a man everyone would admire. He's calm, speaks in a gentle tone, and carries himself with politeness. People often say, "What a kind man." When I see him walking beside my sister, they look like the perfect couple, the kind of couple people envy. Lena trusted him completely, and she loved him deeply. They had a love marriage, and to everyone around them, it appeared to be a beautiful story. But in my heart, I began to sense something that wasn't right. At first, I tried to dismiss it. Maybe I was overthinking. Maybe I was imagining things. Yet, I couldn't ignore the way David's eyes lingered on me sometimes. The way he looked at me wasn't normal. It made my skin crawl, made me feel uncomfortable, like a warning my mind didn't want to accept. One evening, while sitting on my bed, my phone buzzed with a message. It was from David. "You look beautiful today. I can't stop thinking about you." My hands trembled. I told myself it had to be a mistake. Maybe he meant to send it to my sister. I didn't reply. But soon more messages followed. "Let's meet for dinner. I know you feel the same, Sarah." My chest tightened. My heart raced. Fear and confusion tangled inside me. The next day, he was waiting outside my lecture hall. When I stepped out, he leaned close and whispered, "You are special, Sarah." I froze, then turned away and walked as fast as I could. But it didn't stop there. He sent flowers. He stood near my car. He lingered around campus. His words haunted me. "You are young, you are beautiful. Every time I see you, I fall deeper in love. I don't just want you for now. I want forever." I couldn't hold back the tears. I locked myself in the bathroom one day and sobbed until I felt empty. The thought of Lena burned inside me. She was my everything, my sister, my protector, my family. She sacrificed so much for me, and I owed her my life. How could I ever destroy her happiness? How could I tell her that the man she trusted more than anyone was betraying her with his thoughts, his actions, his words? But David wasn't stopping. He forced himself into my space. One afternoon, his voice turned sharp, demanding, "You have to love me, Sarah. I don't care that you're her sister." The sickness in my stomach made me want to scream. His words poisoned the air. I knew I had to tell Lena, even if it broke her heart. My hands shook the day I decided. I sat across from her, my throat dry, my body trembling. Tears blurred my vision as I opened my mouth to speak. But before I could get the words out, she smiled at me with pure joy. She said softly, "David and I are trying for a baby. I hope I'll be a mother soon." The words cut me like a blade. My lips went silent. I couldn't destroy that happiness. I couldn't shatter her dream. My mouth stayed closed, but inside, I was screaming. I carried the pain alone, drowning in silence. Late one evening, as I sat in my room reading, a knock echoed at my door. My stomach tightened. Slowly I walked toward it. When I opened it, my heart stopped. It was David. "What are you doing here?" My voice shook. "I came to see you," he said calmly, his eyes scanning me. "I love you, Sarah. You're so beautiful. I want you. I'm proud of you." He stepped closer, his presence suffocating. My hands trembled. My voice cracked, but I shouted, "Get out!" He reached forward, trying to touch my hand. Panic surged through me, and I screamed louder, "Leave now or I'll call the police." For the first time, fear flickered in his eyes. He stepped back, raising his hands. Okay, I'm leaving." And then he turned, walking away. The moment the door shut, I locked it, slid down to the floor, and broke into sobs. My chest ached, my heart pounded. I couldn't sleep that night. The shadows in the room felt heavier, whispering of everything I was holding inside. I couldn't carry it anymore. I had to tell Lena the truth, no matter the cost. The next day, I went to her house. My voice was weak as I sat down and said, "Lena, I need to talk to you. Please listen carefully." Tears filled my eyes. "David came to see me last night. He told me he loves me. He tried to touch me." Her face went still. Her smile disappeared. Slowly, her expression shifted, her eyes turning sharp, red with anger and disbelief. "Stop it," she said, her voice trembling. And in that moment, I didn't know if she believed me, or if my words had just set fire to everything we once had. "You're jealous. You want to ruin my marriage," my sister screamed at me. My chest tightened and I shook my head. "No, that's not true. I kept quiet for so long. I stayed silent because I didn't want to hurt you." But she refused to listen. Her voice trembled with rage as she shouted, "You are not my sister. You're nothing but a liar." Tears spilled down my cheeks. "Please believe me. I never wanted this. It was him, not me. He did all of this." Her hand struck my face, the sting burning more in my heart than on my skin. She looked at me with eyes full of hate, and then she whispered the words that shattered me completely. "You are dead to me." My lips quivered. I tried to speak, but no sound came out. My heart felt like it was breaking into pieces right inside my chest. She turned away, opened the door, and said coldly, "Get out of my house. Don't you dare ever come back." I stood there frozen, tears streaming down my face. My voice cracked as I whispered, "Lena, please." But she was gone. A moment later, my phone rang. It was my best friend, Amy. She sounded furious. "Sarah, what did you do? Lena's crying. And David told everyone you're trying to destroy their marriage. He said you're in love with him, not the other way around." The world seemed to stop. My hands shook as I cried, "Amy, that's a lie. He's twisting everything. He's the one who followed me, who sent me messages." I was scared to tell anyone. I didn't say a word because I didn't want this to happen. But Amy didn't want to hear it. She hung up. And just like that, I was left completely alone. Nobody believed me, not my friend, not my sister, not anyone. I locked myself away in my room. I stopped eating. I stopped going to classes. I barely spoke. Every night I cried until I fell asleep. I looked in the mirror and whispered, "Did I do something wrong?" But deep inside I knew I hadn't. I knew I had only spoken the truth. One night, unable to sleep, I wiped my tears and said to myself, "Enough. I won't stay silent anymore. I have proof. I have the truth." The next morning, I gathered every message David had ever sent me. The texts where he called me beautiful, the ones where he begged to see me, the screenshots, the photos of flowers he secretly left for me, all of it. I printed everything. With trembling hands but a steady heart, I walked into the university office. "Please," I said, my voice breaking. "I need help. David is not the man you think he is. He's lying to everyone. Please look at this." The staff took the papers and read them. Silence filled the room. Then one of the women looked at me with soft eyes and said, "This is very serious. We will investigate." 2 days later, they called me back. "We believe you," they said. "Thank you for being brave and speaking the truth." They showed the proof to Lena too. She sat there quietly at first, reading through the messages, the photos, the evidence. Her face went pale, her hands trembled. Then she whispered, almost too softly to hear, "He told me she was lying. He said she wanted him. Oh God. I was wrong. I hurt my sister." Tears streamed down her face as she broke down. "Sarah, I'm so sorry. I didn't believe you. I slapped you. I destroyed your heart." A few nights later, Lena came into my room. Her eyes were swollen from crying, and in her hands, she held my old teddy bear from childhood. She sat beside me, her voice shaking. "Sarah, I found David's old phone. I saw everything with my own eyes. Please forgive me. I feel so ashamed. I blamed you when it was him all along." I couldn't hold back my tears. She hugged me tightly, and between sobs she whispered, "You're not just my sister, you're like my daughter. I love you so much. I hurt you deeply, and I'll never forgive myself for that." I hugged her back and whispered, "I love you too, Lena. You're like a mother to me. You raised me. No matter what he tried, I could never betray you." We held each other and cried until there were no tears left. Lena filed for divorce soon after. Standing in court, she looked straight at David with pain in her eyes and said, "You disgust me. You tried to take my sister from me. You betrayed me in the worst way. I can never stay married to a man like you." David stood in silence, his face pale with fear. Lena didn't look back as she walked away. Weeks passed. Slowly, the wounds began to heal. Lena and I grew stronger, closer than ever before. For the first time in a long while, we lived in peace. We laughed together, we loved each other, and we promised never to let anyone come between us again. I learned something through all this. Sometimes the people we love most can cause us the deepest pain. The betrayal cuts so sharply it feels unbearable. But no matter how dark it gets, the truth always finds its way out. If you are ever in a situation like mine, remember, you are not weak, and you are not alone. Don't keep silent. Speak up, even if no one believes you at first. Keep telling your story. One day, the truth will shine through. And when it does, you will finally feel free. If this story touched your heart, please like this video. Share it with someone who needs courage. Leave a comment. What would you have done if you were in Lena's place? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.